First of all, I welcome you all to this Odoo functional webinar on members and so I hope that my voice is audible to everyone. And if you find any difficulty, please let me know in the chat. So the main agenda of today's session is to provide functional training to end users and other public users in Odoo. So basically this training session will be based on Odoo 14 enterprise version and will be mainly focusing on members and subscription module. So before starting the session, let me give you a brief introduction about our company. Cybrosys Technologies is one of the leading Odoo Gold partners, having more than a decade of experience in Odoo, both in community and enterprise edition. And we have showcased many successful projects in Odoo that too in all major business domains. Till date, we have served more than 160 countries and hold 1,000 plus satisfied customers. So Cybrosys offers all kind of Odoo services like implementation, customization, integration, migrating Odoo to latest versions, training, app development, etc. So why Odoo ERP? Odoo is an open source ERP. It is globally accepted and has proven product with 5 million plus users. And it's an outstanding ERP solution with minimum investment and has got fully integrated modules expanding day by day. So let me give you an overview of benefits and functionality of Odoo 14 members and subscription modules. Membership is something that some business firms or other organizations introduce to help the customers and to ensure long-term relationship with the customers. So Odoo 14 has a membership management module, and it's a key feature that will benefit many companies, business operations, and other enterprises. So it helps the users to easily create members and configure membership products, regardless of the size of the organization. It also supports the management of free membership and paid membership. And if a customer is using paid membership, Odoo helps the users to generate membership invoices and complete payments. And we have a subscription module, which is one of the best and most effective tools to maintain good customer relationship management. So when it comes to subscription, there is a term subscriber. The subscriber is more likely to purchase products from the shop or online platform where he or she has a subscription. So subscription have automated contract management, that is subscription management, then customer satisfaction, that is it gives access to customers to all their data at a glance and in detail. Also, customers have editing option, then easy payment and customer invoicing. And customers can also close the contract, that is subscription, themselves and provide a reason for the decision. Then we have analytics and forecast. That is, we can analyze monthly recurring revenue, then understand your business growth, then we can analyze the customer churn, that is to track the reason why you lose customers, and we can track key performance and can also analyze sales performance, that is analyze the sales performance per salesperson. Then in Odoo subscription, we also have an option to check the health of your subscriptions and send reminders or alerts to customers. So sales life is made easier using subscription. Now let's move on to our Odoo dashboard. So here you can see Odoo dashboard where I have installed members and subscription. Here you can find that. So I have installed it from Odoo apps. You can also find some other different modules like sales, accounting. Okay, so first, let me open members module. And when you open members, you can see different members. So before creating members, let me configure membership products. So here when you click on membership products, you can see option to create a new membership product. And in this form, we can mention the name of the product. For example, preliminary membership. And here user can provide internal reference and mention the membership duration, that is period of membership. So we can set the start date and end date. Then if the membership is paid, then the user can mention the membership fee. And we can add income account to post income and provide taxes. Then user can also mention the product category in the form and provide a short description of the membership product. And you can also provide a note that will be displayed on quotations. And after providing details, you can save it. So you can see membership product is created. And after creating the membership product, here when you click on members, you can create a new member. So user can see a form where we can provide member name and some basic information and contact details that you're making. So members can be either a company, that is either company or an individual. So provide the name, address. You can add the country, state, tax ID, and a lot of details including job position, phone, mobile, email. Then you can provide title, some tags. And here below you can add contacts and addresses for this member. You can add contact name. So here we can add invoice address, delivery address, other address. I can save and close. So multiple address can be added. And you can see a tab to provide details related to sales and purchase. Then here we can add bank accounts and some accounting entries, that is account receivable and account payable. So these are used for in the case of when you're generating bills or invoices. And you can add short internal note for this member. So we can save this member. So member is created. Now, after creating member, let's see how we can create a new membership for this member. So for that, just come under this membership tab. So this form gives an option for a free membership and also to buy a membership. So by default, this free member is enabled. And below you can see the current membership status is free member. So how we can buy a new membership? So in order to buy a new membership, just disable this option and you can find the status is changed to non-member. And you can buy a membership just clicking on this buy membership. Here we can choose a membership product that we have just created. And automatically the membership, that is member price, is also updated. So the person will become a member only when buying the membership. Now, how to invoice a membership? For that, just click on this invoice membership. So user can purchase a membership and user will be able to mention, here we can see automatically membership invoice is created, that is draft invoice is created. So here you can see the customer name, invoice date, due date of the invoice, the product is added. Here we can see subtotal. Now we can confirm or post the invoice. You can see that it's posted. Now we can register the payment, that if the customer have made the payment, we can register it on bank or cash journal. So click on create payment. Now, when you come back to the members form, here we can see under the profile of member, that is user can find the invoice lines under the form. So we can view the invoice data. Here the joining date is added. And here we can see the membership product, the fee, and the status of the member. That is membership status, that is he's a paid member. And automatically the membership start date and end date is also added to this form. Now, here you can see a field that is associate member. So if you select the option, like here, if you choose an associate member, then the new members membership period will be based on the membership period of the associate member. So that's how we create a membership. Now we can save it. So that's how we create members and membership. Then here we have a reporting. That is, we can analyze the members. That is, we can analyze salesperson wise revenue done. So by default, here we can see it is filtered by revenue done and grouped by salesperson and month. That is for viewing the revenue done salesperson wise. And for this report, that is, you can view this report in different views. Like here you can find line chart, bar chart, pie chart, and not only this graph view, you also have a pivot view. And from this, you can choose different measures and add filters and groups. So using this module, it's easy to manage a member. Now, let's move on to our subscription module. So this subscription module will help the business to manage the subscribed members and subscription plans. So we can create great long-lasting relations with your subscribers. So just open the subscription module, and when you open it, you can find a subscription dashboard. So Odoo gives a clear view of all subscription created by the user in a dashboard of this application. And the subscription dashboard helps us to find the status of the subscription and then modify the subscription if required. So we will be able to view the subscription in draft, then the subscription in progress stage, and you can view closed subscription from this Kanban view. So we can get not only a Kanban view, but we have some other views like list views, pivot views, then we have graph view, cohort view. So this will help you to get an idea about the subscriptions. Now, we come back to dashboard. And before creating a new subscription, let's create a subscription template. So Odoo users can create subscriptions as a product and sell to the customers on the basis of subscription plans. So you can see these are some of the subscription plans. So the recurrent frequency can be set for the subscribers as per the requirement, along with the number of bill cycles for the subscribers. So here you can see a monthly subscription and a yearly subscription. I can find the recurrence for this is month, then for this one is year, and you can do the related corresponding subscriptions. So in order to create a new subscription template, just click on this create button, and here you can provide the name of the subscription, that is subscription plan. So suppose if you want to create a subscription template or plan, that is online magazine subscription monthly. So this form includes invoicing period, that is the recurring period for the invoice creation, which repeats every day, week, month, or year. So if you want to set the invoicing period as every month, you can choose it from here, and you can also set it as every week, day, or years. And if you want to set it as every 2 months, that also can be done from here. So in this case, I want it every 1 month. Then we can also set duration. That is, this field is used to mention the recurring duration, for which we have two options. One is forever and other one is fixed. So we can go forever so that it can be manually closed, or we can select the fixed option. And when you do that, you can see an extra field is shown to mention the period. So if you want only this for 5 months, you can set it as 5 period. So for a fixed period, we can get a subscription. So right now I'm setting it as forever so that I can manually close it. Then here below you can see some options for creating invoice. That is, you can manually create an invoice, or automatically draft invoice can be created, or you can send invoice. So when you click on send, here below you can see a field came, that is invoice email. Here you can select the email template used to send email to customers. That is, invoice can be sent to customers. And you can also view other options like send and try to charge. Then you can send after successful payment. So when you select these options, send and try to charge and send after successful payment, you can view here a field that is automatic closing. So when it comes to subscription to be paid, you can go to renewal stage. And if my customer does not pay for subscription, then the subscription can be closed automatically after some days. So if you want to close subscription automatically after 18 days, you can add that. And you can also make a subscription closed by customer. That is, if you check this, the user will be able to close his or her account. Then you can add group of subscription. That is, one can use the stack to filter your subscription report. And you can add journal. So if enabled, subscriptions with this template will invoice in this journal. And you can also add code to mention the code which will automatically be added to the name of the template. And here, along with the invoicing tab, you can see terms and conditions. So this option generally defines the terms and conditions associated with the subscription template. So here, for example, you can add payment. All payments are due on receipt. The payment is not received, the buyer forfeits ownership of any service purchased. Like this, we can add terms and conditions. Then health check. So this health check is really important because this helps to set certain conditions which give you an indication about how many subscribers or customers extend or stop their subscription. So based on that, one can do overall analysis and find if you have bad health on your subscription due to many customers canceling the subscription, you can take an action on that. So here we can click on add. So for good health, you can set a condition like monthly recurring revenue if it is greater than or equal to 20. Then for bad health, you can add a condition that is a subscription will be having a bad health when monthly recurring revenue is less than 20. So in this way, using these conditions, by setting these conditions, we can check the health of our subscription. So here for good health, you can see we have two records, one in progress and another one is closed. Then for bad health, that is we have a subscription with bad health. So by looking at this, we can track that. So in this way, we can add multiple filters by just clicking on add a node. You can add different filters, you can close it. So after providing these details, you can save the template. So that's how we create subscription template. You can see one OM, this is added. This is the code that we have just given. And if you don't want it, you can remove it from here. And for the subscription template, we have 0 subscriptions because we haven't created any. So before creating a subscription, here under subscription, we can manage subscription products. So one can create a new subscription product with a product type as a service. So we already have 2 products like office cleaning subscription, monthly and yearly. So we can create a new one. Here we can provide the name of the product. Magazine subscription. Monthly. And enable this product can be purchased, can be sold. So we can say automatically product type is set as service because we are creating it from the subscription module. And here we can add the sales price. You can add tax, then some other details. And when you come under sales, here we can set invoicing policy, and you can see a different section for managing subscriptions. So here you can enable it as a subscription product. So it is by default enabled. And when you're creating the product from a different module, this will not be enabled by default. So we have to enable this. Then here you can set a subscription template. So I'm choosing my online magazine subscription monthly. Now we can save this. So the product is created. And you can also add income and expense account. So already it is set inside the product category. And if you want to set particularly for this product, you can do it by coming under accounting. Here you can add the income and expense account. Now we can save the subscription product. So you can see magazine subscription monthly is created. Here we can do the sales price. Then let me come back to dashboard. Here we have our subscription. So you can see we have different stages like draft, in progress, closed. And if you want to create more stages or change the stage configuration, you can just come under configuration. Here we can find subscription stages. So when you click on one, here we can provide a stage name. Then you can add rating email template. So this rating email template is to send rating emails to customers. So they can add ratings to the subscription. And you can make a stage folded in the dashboard. Then here we can set category of this stage and add requirements. So you can add here the requirements to move a subscription to a different stage, to this stage. So that is you can add internal requirements for the stage. So which will appear on the tooltip as tooltip. Here, when you click on this, you'll be able to view the description. So after configuring the stages, now let's see how we can create a new subscription. That is how we can sell a subscription. So for that, Let us open sales module where we can manage our quotations and invoices. So here you can see option to create a new quotation. Here we can add the customer. So I'm selecting the customer Lijo that we have just created before. That is our member Lijo. Then we can add expiration of this quotation, payment terms. And here below you can add the product. So let me choose my magazine, subscription monthly. You can add the details added. Now we can save the quotation. And here inside the quotation, customers have an option to preview this quotation. So when you click on this customer preview, you can see here the quotation, pricing details. So customers can sign and pay. So let's go back to edit mode. Now, we can also send this quotation as email to customer, and if you can also confirm the quotation directly from here. So when you click on confirm, automatically you can see subscription is created. Here you can see that. So we can click on that and view the details. So here you can see subscription is created for this customer and start date is added. Then subscription template is added, salesperson, sales team, and you can add subscription lines. That is choose your subscription products. So automatically you can see it is added because we have created a quotation by adding this product. And if you want to add more, you can just click on this added line and add your products. And according to the invoice period set inside the subscription template, you can see the date of next invoice is automatically updated and shown in the form. So as we have set invoicing period, according to that, you can see the date of next invoice here. That is the next month. It is next month. And here you can see a tab that is changes. So you can view the changes made on subscription. Like here we can view change in monthly recurring revenue, then MRR after change. Right now we don't have any. So that's how we create a subscription. Now we can see how we can renew a subscription. We can renew it automatically. That is, subscription will be renewed automatically when the payment fails, and you can also enable it manually. So for that, here under other information, other info, you can see a field to renew. So you can manually mark that this subscription is to be renewed. And you can see here a badge is shown. This is to be renewed. Now we can save this. Let us go back to our subscription module, and when you open it, here we can see, we can view and manage the subscriptions to renew. So when you click on that, here we can see we have one subscription in progress state that need to be renewed. So when you click on that, we can view the details. So renew subscription, we can track So this feature comes to use when the customer is willing to pursue a subscription. And you can also find an option that is upsell. So with upsell, it will ask to create a quotation with new products and sell it to the customer for approval. So before creating upsell, let me show you how to renew a quotation. So when you click on renew quotation, here you can find a new quotation is created and you can confirm it. Create invoice. So here you can see invoicing period, that is from next month. You can see it is the next invoicing period, that is the subscription is renewed. Now you can register the payment. So when you click on sales, you can see we have two renewal. One is fully invoiced and other one is nothing to invoice because we haven't confirmed that. So from here we can do the renew subscriptions. Now let's click on upsell. So here you can create a quotation with new products and send this to the customer for approval. We have already added magazine subscription monthly. That is one quantity. And if you want to add more quantity, like 3, you can add it. And if you want to add a different service or product, you can choose it from here. So I want office cleaning. I'm adding that. Now create and view quotation. So when you click on that, you can view a new one is created by adding the extra products. Now we can confirm it. So when the quotation is confirmed, the products will be added to the subscription. So here you can see with our magazine subscription, we already had one quantity. So it is updated to 4 because we have added 3 more. And you can see one more product, that is one more service, office cleaning subscription is added along with this. So upselling is done. So the quotation prices will be prorated to the remaining time of the current invoicing period. And when you click on changes, you can see the change in monthly recurring revenue. It is updated from 500. So you can see MRR after change is 600. So here you are able to create single subscription with multiple services. Here we have multiple services and you can have single monthly invoice with a pro rata of different services. So here if you want with a different subscription dates, then you have to create a different subscription. That is, if you want this office cleaning with a different subscription date, then you have to create a new one, different one. So that's how we upsell a subscription. Now, if you want to close, that is, if customer want to close a subscription, you can see here close option. This can also be viewed from customer preview. So here you can see, so customers can choose a reason of closing the subscription. It's too expensive, and by adding more details, can confirm it. So you can see the subscription is closed. We can also add more closing reasons. So when you come under configuration, here you can see some already created close reasons. So we can mention reason for closing subscription, which also helps to introduce corrective measures. Now, you can also find option to bring it back to in progress. Now here you can see a chatter section. That is, we can view the history of our subscription. That is some data related to subscription. Here we can see subscription is created from this sale order. Then the recurring price amount is changed. Then this subscription were closed before because of the reason that subscription is too expensive. And here you can see the change in stage. Like this way, you can view the history. And we can also schedule activities. Like if you want to, if you're planning a call with the customer, you can schedule activities by setting the due date, can assign to a person and add description. Can schedule it. So here can be the plan activities. And you can also create your own activity type. Here when you come under configuration, we already have some activities like email, call, meeting. Like this way, you can create your own activity type. You can choose action to perform. For example, in the case of a meeting, a calendar will be opened. Like that way, you can set action to perform. Then a default user for your activity type and default summary. Then it's also possible to trigger a next activity. So when you enable this, here you can set the default next activity. That is activity after uh, this one. So if you plan to send an email, you can set it as the default next activity, and you can set the email template. And here you can set the schedule date. It can be after validation date or after previous activity deadline. And we can set it as day wise, week, or month. Then after providing default description, you can save the activity type. Now here you can choose the discussion. You can see the summary user is automatically added. You can see the schedule for today. So in this way, you can plan activities. So these are really helpful to follow up the customers, that is subscribers. Now in Odoo, we have a new option, that is a cool feature, that is to send alert. So we can send subscription offers and alerts to the customer. So that is, it is used to alert subscriber about subscription period end and payment due. So we already have an alert, that is take action on less satisfied clients. So after providing the alert name, we can set some conditions. That is, we can add some criteria so that alert will be triggered and applied on the subscriptions that match the criteria. So can add information that is related to subscription order, like monthly recurring revenue, like if it is between 50 and 700, and if monthly recurring revenue change more than a particular amount or percentage, that can be mentioned here. Then if period is over 1 month, and we can also set fields like rating satisfaction, which determines the customer satisfaction based on positive rating and overall rating. So we can send alert to the clients when, that is, we can send alert when the rating satisfaction is less than 30%. And you can also send alert when the stage changes. For example, if it change from in progress to closed, like this way, you can set condition. And you can also apply this subscription, that is this alert, on subscription templates. So here I'm applying on my 3 subscription templates, and you can also apply it on a particular product, or if you want to alert send to a particular customer, you can choose a customer from here, then the sales team. So after providing the conditions, So when you provide these conditions and this will be applied on the subscription that match the conditions. Then you can add the action that need to be performed. That is what action need to be performed. So you can create an activity that allows to schedule and assign activity to the team to get feedback on their subscription. Or we can set a tag on subscription. So when you set that, we'll get the option to mention stages on it. You can add the tags. Then we can mark as to renew, and we can send an email to customer by setting email template. Then we can send a text message to the customer. And we also have option to mention trigger actions and trigger date. So here, if you plan to create an activity, next activity, you can see some fields like triggered on. So you can trigger on modification or based on timed condition. So if you trigger on timed condition, then here you have to specify the trigger date. That is a trigger date. It is based on which field activity need to be triggered. So by default, start date of the subscription is set as a date. So if you want to change it, you can change it from here. And here you can mention delay after trigger. So here you can put a negative number if you need a delay before the trigger date, like sending a reminder 20 minutes before a meeting. That is before an activity. And after providing these details, you can set the activity that need to be scheduled. That need to be done. So here, if you're planning a call, you can add the activity here. Then you can set due date of this activity. For example, this will be due in 3 days. You can add that. And you can assign this this activity to a subscription salesperson or sales team leader or specific users. And by providing the description of activity, so here you can see by default description is added. Please call the client to get some feedback about its subscription. And here you have a lot of formatting options. So after adding that, you can save the alert. And here we can see we have two subscriptions. So this alert will be triggered weekly, and that is by default it will be triggered weekly. And if you want to manually trigger it, you can just click on this trigger now. Now when you come back, you can see activities scheduled. You can see due in 3 days. So we can automatically plan. We can send alerts in the form of activities and using different methods. So that's about creating subscriptions and sending alerts to customers. Now in subscription module, we have different reports. So before going to reports, we need to have an understanding of certain terms. Like as we know, understanding how our business is going and where it is going is key to success. And particularly, so when we offer subscription services or products, before getting to Odoo subscription reports, here we have some terms like monthly recurring revenue, annual run rate. So what is a monthly recurring revenue? So we have we have seen this term many places inside the subscription module. So this monthly recurring revenue, it shows the monthly revenue earned with subscription-based products or services. And it is a consistent number used to track all recurring revenue over time in the case of monthly increments. And annual run rate is a yearly version of monthly recurring revenue, which is based on the current monthly recurring revenue. That is to estimate the coming year's performance. So here we have January subscription, and you can see the monthly recurring revenue is by adding these together, you can see 110. And the annual run rate is calculated by multiplying the monthly recurring revenue with 12. So for 1 year, you can see this 1320. Then next term is non-recurring revenue. Non-recurring revenue shows the revenue earned for everything else than subscription-based products or services. That is other revenue. And then comes the term customer retention. So this term is really important. That is, this customer retention are practices to engage existing customers to continue buying products or services from your business. So it's challenging because you must prove you are worthy of your customers' trust. Next term is churn rate. That is, it is also known as customer churn. That is, in case if the percentage of subscribers discontinue their subscription within a given time period. So we have two terms. That is, we can distinguish. That is, we have two different types of churn. One is logo churn and revenue churn. So logo churn, it corresponds to the subscription cancellation rate, and revenue churn, it corresponds to the monthly recurring revenue loss rate. So if we take an example, here, for example, if we have a $2 increase in subscription service, and that is first we have in January we have 20 customers, and we lost 3 customers out of initial 20. That is, in the next month we only have 17 customers. So this generates a logo churn of 15%. You can see the calculation, and therefore the $56 of MRR difference out of the initial $600 causes a revenue churn. So here you can see the revenue churn percentage, because we have lost 3 customers. So by multiplying the number of customers with the revenue, you can see the total monthly recurring revenue. So by using this, so this is how we calculate logo churn and revenue churn. Then the next term is customer lifetime value. So this indicates how much revenue can be expected for a customer during his or her entire contract. And this approach emphasizes importance of customer retention, shifting our focus on, that is, we can focus by shifting from quarterly or yearly to a long-term one. So these are the terms related to subscription reports. Now let's check out the different kinds of reports that you can access from subscription application. So here you can see 4 reports. The first one is subscription analysis. So from here you can change, that is, you can view this analysis report of subscription. You can analyze, that is, the monthly recurring revenue for each subscription template. You can see for this one it is 80, and for online magazine subscription is 600. It is a monthly recurring revenue. So by default, this monthly recurring revenue is shown. And if you want to add more measures, just click on this measures. If you want to view quantity, you can view from here. Total quantity is 11. For online magazine, total quantity is 5 because we have a office cleaning service, 1 quantity, and 4 quantity of magazine, online magazine. So that's why the total is 5. And then you can also view the recurring price, yearly recurring revenue, count. So according to your need, you can add these measures to this report. So this view is pivot view, and you can also view other views like we have graph view, cohort view. So from this graph view, as we have seen before, we have pie chart view, bar chart, line chart. Then from this graph view, you can view the report in ascending and descending order. So this one is a monthly recurring revenue. And we also have a cohort view. So you can analyze the subscription day-wise, month-wise, week-wise, and year-wise. So here for June 2021, you can see count is 1. And you can also find the total average count of subscriptions. And for a year, you can see total count is 5. So like this way, you can do different views. And you can also group this report by different options. We have here you can find group like can group by stage, salesperson, customer, then country, industry, then start date. So here you can see the start date. By start date, these report is grouped, and you can also filter out the report by adding filters. Like if you want to view the subscriptions that are running, then to renew, you don't have any. And if you want to analyze the subscriptions with bad health, you can use this option. So right now we don't have any bad health subscription. So like this way, you can analyze subscription. So then the next report you can find is retention. That is retention analysis report. So that is we can analyze the customer retention. So by default, you can see we have a measure count. And if you want to view monthly recurring revenue, you can add that also. That is, you can change the count to monthly recurring revenue. Then if you want to view recurring price, you can add that. And yearly recurring revenue. Like this way, according to your need, you can choose a measure. And you can analyze the retention, customer retention, day-wise, week-wise, or year-wise. So this one is a cohort view. So by using this, you can see the progression of the retention from its start. So for this June, you can see count 1. August, you can see 3. And here we can see the progress of retention. You can view 77.8%. So we can analyze the retention. Then comes the next report, that is revenue KPIs, that is key performance indicators. So from here, you can check different key performance indicators, that is to indicate the performance. This includes monthly recurring revenue, net revenue, non-recurring revenue, revenue per subscription, then annual run rate, lifetime value, customer churn, revenue churn that we have discussed before, then subscription, then forecasted annual monthly recurring revenue growth, forecasted annual subscription growth. So there are different indicators. And here you can also find different options, that is to filter this report. So by default, you can see it is the performance of last month. And if you want to view the performance of this month, you can choose it from here. Here we can view that. You can view this quarter 100%. So, and we can also filter by subscription plans. If you want to view the report, revenue KPIs report of online magazine subscription only, then you can choose that. And you can also filter by sales team. So here you can see Europe, America. So you can choose a sales team. So you can view the report assigned to that team. So as your company grows over months, these graphs get populated with more and more data. Here we can also click on update to update the report. Then next we have salesperson dashboard report. So this page gives you a summary of your monthly recurring revenue, non-recurring revenue, subscription modifications, and non-recurring revenue invoices. There is non-recurring invoices for each of your salespeople. So here you can choose a period you want to apply and the salesperson you want to analyze. So here by default, Michelle Admin is added as a salesperson. So you can view the report of Michelle Admin. So here you can see monthly recurring revenue for this salesperson is 660 and non-recurring revenue is 100. Can view new MMR. So here we have a graph view. And below you can view the subscription modifications. Like on different dates, you can view the modification done. You can view the previous MRR and the updated MRR. So it shows all modification that happened in a selected period. And you have to note one thing, that these modifications happening on the same day can be grouped together. Then here we can view non-recurring invoices. So we have one for a partner Lijo and non-recurring revenue is 100. And here you can also find option to change the salesperson and update the report. So here we can view the report of Mark Demo. Monthly recurring revenue 0. We don't have any data. This will be updated on time. And we also have an option to print preview of this salesperson dashboard. Here we can download it. So these are the reports coming in subscription. Now when you go to members, here you can see our members. So we already have a member Joy. Let me create a new one. Now here, if I choose choose it subscription template, and you can save it and start. Okay, let me update this Joy. Let's create a new quotation. You can see one subscription is created. So here, when you now click on Joy, you can see one subscription and one sales corresponding to this member. You can also view this from members module. So here, when you click on Joy, you can see one subscription is created. So you can track the subscriptions of each member. Here you can see one is in progress state. So this is how we manage members and subscriptions. And now let me clarify some of the questions asked at the time of registration. Like one question was how to set the trial period. So from subscription, here when you go to subscription template, you can create a trial plan. Like you can create a trial plan for 1 month. And here you can add invoicing period as every 1 month, and you can make it as fixed for one period. So this will be only available for 1 month. And now we can save this. Create a new quotation. Confirm it. Here you can choose as trial plan for 1 month. So now after that you can save it, and later you can renew this or create a new subscription by choosing a different subscription template. Then there was a question like can I have a single monthly invoice with a pro rata of different services with different subscription dates? Yes, you can have a single monthly invoice with pro rata of different services. So we have seen that before. Here we have added multiple services inside a single subscription, and it is also monthly basis, that is invoice is created monthly, and inside a single invoice you can include that, but you cannot set different subscription dates because you can see the start date and date of next invoice. It is common for both of these services. So if you want to separately create subscription, you have to create a new one. That is, if you want the different subscription dates, then you need to create a different subscription. Otherwise, inside a single subscription, you can include different services and create invoices monthly or yearly according to your requirement. So that's about subscriptions and members. And for more clarification, you can check our blogs and technical videos. And if you require any implementation or customization, you can please do contact us to Oru at Cybrosys. You can drop your request at oru@cybrosys.com. So thank you for attending the session and have a nice day. Here I have can see one question. Can we send an SMS and email alerts to clients of a particular subscription to remind them of subscription expiration? Yes, I have told you that before in my here when you open subscription. Here you can see action, and here you can see an action to send an SMS text message to the customer to remind them about the subscription expiration. So you can easily trigger these actions based on the condition. This will be triggered. Alert will be sent to can be sent to customers. So thank you all and have a nice day.